I just found the Kindle to be just uncomfortable to use after having used the Touch.
Right.
So it's just not my first choice. I think if it was redesigned to be a little bit smaller, maybe like the Sony eReader, it would be easier to use. And I also found it kind of hard to figure out how to use it at the beginning. You know, like how do I turn the pages and how do I download the stuff and what am I supposed to do? And that, even though the instructions came with it, I still found it less than intuitive. Yeah.
The Kindle, it was nice that the iTouch was a touch screen, and not so much on the Kindle. I mean, you could, you had to maneuver the buttons to go through all of the books and pages and things like that. So that was one thing. It would be nice if it was like, if it was a touch screen like the Touch.
I did not like the fact that you had to click buttons to turn the pages. I thought that the size of it was pretty good, but I didn't like the keyboard at the bottom of the screen. And I don't know, it just felt awkward.
The Sony eReader, it was okay, but I think it would, if they only backlit the print, then I think they'd really corner the market. Because it has a touch screen, just like, you know, the iPod Touch. But it's not backlit, so you can't sit in the dark and read it. And
a little bit. I actually didn't think I would, because, you know, when you first see it, you're like, oh, this is really easy to read, just like a book and something. And then I got into a couple situations where in real low light, like if I was trying to read in bed, it was still kind of hard to see, or even though the screen isn't really super shiny, I would still kind of get where there was enough of a haze on it that from like a more direct light source at night that it was kind of harder to read. So that was a little bit weird.
I mean, I'm intrigued in a way by the idea of the iPad, just because it's got the features of the Touch and it's a larger display.
Right.
Like I said, I really haven't used the Sony Reader very much yet. I played with it a little bit, but I haven't started really reading. So portability is important, though, when I'm using these devices. That's the nice thing about the Touch. You can be standing in line, you can be reading, and it's just really convenient. Although I'm sure you could do it with the others too, but, you know, if you're not a big handbag or, you know, that kind of person, it's like, where do I put this? You know?